Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Theater on Monday Talk Series, where we discuss the essence of theater. Have you ever been to theater and it's really boring? Well, maybe your actors aren't playing their action. Steve Carver is here to talk about that.
I have a little dirty secret to tell you. I hate bad theater. I absolutely hate bad theater. I hate going to theater, paying the money, and then watching actors talk to each other and act for me and talk. And before long, I'm sure you've all been there where we suddenly sit there and things start to think about, okay, when I leave here, I'm going to go to the supermarket and I'm going to get some soda and I got to get some potato chips. Oh yeah, the wife wants some bread. I got to get this. Oh, what they say? Okay, hold on. Yeah. Okay, I wonder what they're serving for concessions out there in the thing. And you start thinking, your mind starts going everywhere other than what's here. We've all been there. We've all seen it. So what's the issue? The actors are fine. The set looks great. The costumes are great. The lights are great. But somehow it's boring. It's boring. Well, the solution, one of the solutions, very well could be that the actors haven't identified the specific action that their character has been given by the author for that scene. And therefore, they're just coming on and they're talking. But they're not playing to get something done. Remember, the playwright doesn't write a play and write it all up and say, okay, I got that much. Got to play. Good. Right there. He crafts it out. He puts characters in position to come on and fight for something. And so for actors, I say, what are you trying to get done? And secondly, how many strategies has the author given you to try to get it done? And my actors, when I talk to actors like this, they say, what? What? Huh? And so there's a simple way to really make it very, very clear what it means to play an action and what it means to play strategy. And I do this in almost every time I start to a rehearsal because I want my actors to know your job is to play the action. And if you don't know what that means, there's a simple exercise that graphically demonstrates it. To do this, I need 2 volunteers who would help me. Are there 2 volunteers that would be willing to? Oh, great, great. Would you come on up? Come on up and I'll give you the rundown. All right, this is called the mailbox game. Now I'm going to take each person separately and I'm going to talk to them by themselves, okay, so they don't really know what the other one's doing, okay? Montana, you come on over here, and then you hang out there for me for a second, okay? And don't listen, because I don't want you to know what to, okay, so come here, okay. Okay, so this is a post office box, okay? You're the post office. You're the mail delivery. Okay. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but the mail delivery is a very, very important job. It's a federal job, okay? Anytime somebody puts a letter into the mailbox, it becomes the property of the federal government. By law, you have to take this to the mail place, the post office. and if it doesn't get there, you're creating a felony. Okay, so it's your job to make sure every letter that goes in there is there. Now, what I want you to do is hang out over here. Mandy's going to come. She's going to mail a letter, and then she's going to walk away. When she walks away, you come in and start taking out the mail. And whatever you do, do not give her the letter back. Okay. Okay? That's your job.
Sounds good.
All right, or you go to jail. Okay. All right. All right. Did you hear any of that?
I really tried hard not to.
Okay, good. Okay, so I need you to take a minute, and I need you to, in your mind's eye, write a letter that expresses your outward feelings towards someone. Let's say your boss, let's say you're somebody that you're writing a letter to get it all out. It's a hostile letter. Your boss has just fired you, or your boss treated you crazy, and you need to write it all down, because you're going to write it all down and you're going to mail that letter. Whether it's your mom or your boss, whatever you do, you have to put your heartfelt feelings of how they've wronged you into this letter and let them know exactly what you think in no uncertain terms. Include all the expletives and, put it all down. You're making a stand here. Okay? And once you kind of got it clear that what you've got, and it's got to be serious. Okay? It's got to be life or death for you. Okay? Right, this is a big step for you. I want you to go over, and that right there is the mailbox. So mail it in the chair, and then walk away. And when you get to about here, have second thoughts.
Okay.
And then your job is to get that letter back. Because what are the repercussions when the letter's delivered? You need to know that in your mind, okay? It's got to be serious.
Okay.
Family will disown you. Your job, your boss will fire you. Something critical will change if you don't get that letter back. Okay?
Okay. So I have to say things out loud?
Yes?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have to write that letter out loud?
No. You just need to know what it's here.
Okay.
We need to know how important it is to you. That's what we need. We need to know how important it is to you. Okay? All right. So go think about it for a second.
Okay.
All right? Now, your job is to watch the two players at work and find out how many different strategies one employs to get something done. Okay?
I put a letter in there, but I need to get it back. Well, see, the thing is, I actually can't do that.
Well, I mean, you probably saw me do it. I just walked over here just now. I saw you out of the corner of my eye. You were standing right over there. And I put the letter in, and now, and it's addressed to Ben Bressler, and I would like to get it back out. And it's got my return address. I got my ID right here in my pocket, and I can show you that I sent it, and I really don't want to.
Well, I can't do that. I know that you wrote it and it's probably really important, but it's really important, so it has to get to whoever you sent it to.
No, why can't you get it out from me?
Because once you put it in this mailbox, it is actually government property.
Yeah, but you've got the key, and you're gonna pull it out and put it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna pull it out to put it in the truck to
Yeah,
go to
but-
the next post office.
But you'll have that basket, the bin, and you're just gonna have it all right in the bin, and mine's gonna
Yeah.
come out right on top, and it's
Yeah.
gonna say to Ben Bressler. I really need it back. I probably will get fired if he reads it, and I love my job so much, and I don't know what I was thinking. I was angry for a minute. I lost my mind. I just thought his ideas were stupid, and I wasn't gonna do it, but then I realized that I really love my job, and I need that letter. You know what, if you can just back up for a second.
Ma'am,
No, just
this
turn
is the
around.
government
Are
property.
you a police officer?
No, I am not. I am part of the U.S. Postal Service, ma'am.
Call the police, and while you're running and calling the police, I'll just reach my arm in there and I got skinny arms.
Ma'am,
Whatever it takes.
I can't allow that to
Are you
happen.
gonna get physical with me? Because then maybe
If
I'll
that's
call
what it
the
takes to
police.
protect this, ma'am.
All right, let's give this a try.
Ma'am,
You are taller than me.
ma'am, this is my job.
You know what?
You might lose your job, but you know what happened? I have to pay off college loans, okay? I'm gonna get fired. You think you're gonna get fired? I'm gonna get fired and go to jail on top of that.
Well, then that's why I think you should just walk away.
I can't just
Go
walk away.
down the street a little ways and
You know what? There's a camera monitoring that over there.
Oh, look at that camera. You know what? I think the camera's pointing that way.
Ma'am.
You just punched me in the face. You know what?
Ma'am,
I'm calling the police. And they're gonna come and I'm gonna tell them that you assaulted me.
I'm gonna tell them that you tried to steal government property.
They won't believe you.
Uh-huh, oh yeah? We'll ask that Karen.
I'd like to make a report.
She's lying.
I didn't call anyone. Now, come on.
Invisible phone.
You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna stand over here and let you do your job. Go ahead, get your math.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
It's not an easy thing getting all that mail out of there and that.
No, ma'am, it's not.
Get it
Which is
out.
why I appreciate you not looking at me. It's really stressing me out. Ma'am, can you not?
You're not gonna get your job done in time. This is gonna be a real problem for you. Don't you have a schedule?
Don't you have somewhere to be? This so important job that's gonna get me thrown in jail. Federal prison. Federal prison. Do you know what happens to people like me in there?
Oh, what kind of person are you?
I don't know. I'm probably gonna be like,
You look pretty good to me, actually. I can't even believe the way I'm trying to, stand up to you right now. That's how bad I need that letter.
I think that you should just go to work. Go to work and enjoy it while you have it.
I have a 13-year-old child at home.
I am a 13-year-old child.
Oh, well, you're off the hook then. It doesn't matter what happens here because they're breaking the law.
I'm not 13. Oh. I was really hoping that I would make you walk away, but it's not going to, is it?
No, I'm never going to walk away until I get that letter out of
Well,
that mailbox.
that's a problem
I'm
because
trying
I'm
to
not
be
going to
rude
give it to you.
Okay, and scene. Thank you. Let's give a round of applause to our two combatants, as it were. Thank you very much. The reason that I use this particular game is because basically what you're watching is you're watching two people playing strategy. You're watching someone play you could write this out. Now, how many different strategies did Mandy employ? I stopped counting at 6 or 7, 8, 9. And then finally they stopped and just looked at each other because they didn't know where to go next. And I mean, that's really it, and so what action really comes down to for an actor is when you're on stage, you have a reason to speak your line. You're there to get something done. What are you trying to do? And you take it from the script. Everything is in the script. And so therefore, how important it is based on, obviously, the plot of the play. We made this very important, and the reason why we did is so that they would play more and more actions. If there was nothing for Mandy to lose, she'd just go, oh, well, and go home, and then that would be it. So the real thing that we as actors, what's the degree of difficulty that I'm working to get something done? And then as an actor, I need to look at all the lines that I've been given to show me the strategy. And if you notice one other thing, part of the human nature is when you employ a strategy, you go to the very end, and then you stop, you think, new thought, new strategy. The same thing works in a script. When your character has something to get done, the playwright writes down a little piece, and then there's a stop point. And then you can see, oh, well, it looks like they're starting a new strategy. And that's part of the investigative work that we as actors get to do. I think from here to here, I'm pleading with her. I think from here to here, I'm reasoning with her. I think from here to here, I'm begging her. And each one takes a little bit, new idea, I know, I'll beg, and then go after the strategy. And the thing that I would challenge you is saying when you watch this, you aren't bored. You weren't bored because action was happening here. And the same thing is true with actors on stage. Come on stage, play your action, know what your action is. What's the degree to which you're willing to fight? Life or death? Or is it, we get to create that. But we have to play it. And you have to identify your strategies and chart it all out. And that makes it interesting. Thanks.